Okay, so I'm just going to reload the site here.
All right.
It moves kind of slow because it's sort of like a secondary site. So here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, collaborate, exchange, learn, teach. Kettle. Okay.
Oh, I see. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
How it loads with the animation. Okay.
Yeah. And then when you move the mouse.
Because I couldn't figure it out when you just showed me that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like a header image. And look, when I move the mouse around, it moves. Isn't that cool?
It's very cool.
I'm going to scroll down. So just like in my wireframes and in my visuals, you can see this is what happens.
Okay. Yes.
The home page,
yes.
Scroll down, popular questions, demonstrations, and stories. Of course, these aren't done yet. That's why there's the clock and it says coming soon.
Oh, I see.
And
but it's all the questions you asked during the interview, right? The other questions.
The stories I don't have yet. So remember, there's 3 paths, right? So we've got the questions and, there's breakfast. I haven't done these ones yet, so they're going to link to nothing.
Okay.
I've just done the hair one. So then there's the demonstration. That's like baseball. And then stories, I haven't done it all yet. So stories, like I said, I found that Inuit author. I'd like to ask him if he would do the whole box story.
Okay.
So then there's about us, right? And then join our community.
Yes.
I have this, it's called Patreon. Basically, it's almost like kind of like a crowdfunding page where people can donate if they want to support the idea or community. So,
nice touch.
Okay. Yeah. So if you, you as a contributor, okay, and you from the beginning, remembering how it was and how I said it would be a live thing. Now how it would work is you can click on videos or you can go to playlists. And the playlists would be, I've got 10 contributors. So it would be each contributor, including yourself, answering the questions. So if I go to playlists, then I go to questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to, let it load. It's going to take a minute. Oh.
So a playlist would be the series of questions?
Yeah. So remember you answered these questions. So I haven't finished them yet, but the one that we did do is hair. So if you click on hair, this is what it would look like. And again, this isn't complete. This is just, imagine this wasn't filled with anything, but it would be, you would see the other questions here, and then you would see the video of the hair. So it would be the other person. So let's say it starts with you, and then you would see someone else and someone else and someone else, just for the hair question.
Just for hair.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the playlist for hair.
Yep. So there was 10 people who answered it. So there would be the 10 people. So you can play through the 10 answers for the hair, basically. And then if you wanted to add a comment, you can add a comment.
Okay.
Okay. So this is exactly the same as YouTube, right? So I wanted to looking familiar. And then if you click on the word playlists, you could see that there are different playlists so this is what it would look like. So for the 3 paths, right? So there would be questions, right? And that would contain all the questions. There would be the demos, which would contain all the demonstrations. And then there would be the stories, which would contain all the stories, basically. So
what are the demos again?
The pasta sauce. So someone demonstrating.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I filmed. So if I click on demos, I'll just show you what would happen. So it'd be this. So then it's like, oh, pasta sauce or tomato sauce.
Yes. Yeah.
Would link to the video, and it would have that same sort of YouTube format, and it would show on the side all the other demonstrations.
Right. Okay.
So then when you click on videos, kind of the same thing as playlists, but depending on how people interpret that, right? They might be like videos and not a playlist. So they might just click on the videos and here's all the videos. So here's all the question videos and they're kind of like individuals. So you could go to the next one, right? You could carry on there and then demonstration, same thing. And then if you want, you can view the playlists.
So what's the difference between the videos and the playlists?
So the videos are the individual videos. The playlist is like for hair, it would be
where you get a list of everyone that's answered that question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or with videos, you could go to the individual person.
The individual video.
For a person for a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like if I were to click on hair, it would go to the video of a video, probably the beginning, the first one on the list or whatever. Like I said, it's not set up yet. It's still, and then if you wanted to go through a person, so say you were looking for a particular person, there's the contributors list, right? So
okay.
on the contributors, and then this would be, meet our contributors.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Lovely. Yeah.
Okay. So then you can click on someone like, oh, I'm interested in Deborah. And see what happens.
Yeah.
And it has your intro video.
Yes.
It has your profile picture, your name, a little blurb. And then it would have all the videos that you're in.
Okay.
And then it would have
that's nice. Yeah. Nicely laid out.
Yeah. And then these buttons, I was talking to Akella about that, and it would be I'll probably delete some of them, but this is for languages. This is like alert me if like I upload a new video for you or you upload a new video, where you're located, favorites. She said, I don't think you need to add them like as a friend, which I guess you don't need to. Maybe all your videos, I guess that's redundant with this. Message you, and maybe friend you. I'm not sure. I might get rid of a couple of these top ones, but essentially that's what it would be, right? Just to sort of their collection. So that's how it would work. Maybe there would be a chat. That's probably going to go to be honest. I don't know. I have to see what my options are with the actual, because it's a plugin I need to add to the website. So anyway.
So Deborah's playlist would be how I answered each of the different questions.
So there would be hair, Deborah's view on hair, Deborah's view on breakfast.
Okay.
That sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's sweet. I like that. Very nice. Yeah.
So if you're interested in a particular person, you can see all the videos that they've made in particular.
Okay.
Right? So you have the option to view the videos. You have the option to view the playlist. So all the people who answered a particular question, or you can go through the person themselves. Like, let's say you watch one of the hair questions. You really liked Kosar's answer for hair. So maybe you want to see what else she's talked about or her answers for everything. So it's almost like a filtration system. So depending on what you want to watch, how you want to watch it. The blog, it's just like a template now. There's nothing there, but I would like to add maybe links to maybe like some vintage stuff that's related, maybe vintage hairstyles or articles. Maybe I would connect with someone who writes about that stuff. I'm not sure. I haven't even gone there. That's a whole.
So there isn't a blog as yet.
There's nothing there. That's what it would look like if I click on it. It's just like a template sort of thing. It's a placeholder. But it would just show like whatever I want to talk about. Recipes, for example.
Okay.
Right? Or maybe vintage. I don't know, that sort of thing. Information about what?
Hair. Or like sort of the topics that you asked about in the questions. Okay.
And then about, I'll show you the about section.
Mm-hmm.
And contact is actually, they're kind of on the same page. It's just scrolling down. So this is the about.
Mm-hmm.
About us. So there's some text. Basically, this is linked to the case study video on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's there. And then you scroll down, it's like, follow us on these things. PayPal.
So is the case study in here somewhere?
That's here. You have to click.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess I could even, this is a screenshot from the case study, but it almost looks like a picture that I've added, but it's actually a screenshot. So, because the case study was, did I show it to you? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
Anyways.
Yeah.
It's, anyways, if it's kind of like about us, how the idea came about, basically.
Okay.
So,
okay. So what is written there doesn't cover it all. You've broken it down to our mission.
Yeah.
Offers. Okay. So if I press that button, I would get a lot more information.
Press this button, you're going to see a video.
Okay.
This video. You're going to see this intro video, the case study. I can send you the link for this because now I've also got the YouTube channel happening here too, right?
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah. So I spent some time setting that up today. And then you can follow us on, and you've got Facebook.
PayPal?
Is
do that?
Thing. Going to 6 slots. I just had to enter something.
Yes.
I'm going to open a TikTok account too, because that's sort of where my main audience hangs out. Because it's
yes.
Anyways, TikTok has a TikTok for Good sort of special account. So I've emailed them asking if I could get that account. So I'm just waiting for a reply. So it's not a TikTok account. It's like
So do they have to see some of your work? Like, do you?
I sent them something. I just said, can you send me more information? But basically you have to have good intentions. Like there's a purpose for this. So for me, it would be, this whole cultural and age interaction sort of thing. So that's, it's like a learning kind of thing. So that's what I would be posting on TikTok, just tidbits, because the videos on TikTok are like, I don't know, really short.
They're about a minute and they're funny. I know I've seen a few. They're very funny.
Yeah. So anyways, they have a whole sort of division, I guess, dedicated to people doing TikTok for Good. And I think there's some additional benefits for that. So I want to, they have like analytics and stuff. So you can keep track of your views. I think it's a bit different than just a regular TikTok account. Anyways, I've emailed them and I'm going to wait and see. So that will be changed, PayPal, because I know you're like, what, PayPal? But it just goes.
PayPal? You're holding the space.
This is what
you're just holding the space. Okay.
It's a
donate.
It goes here, so you can donate to the Kettle community, and that sort of thing. Because I'm not like I want to look for funding, but I don't really want to charge people, or you know what I mean. I'd rather look for people who are funding this, or I was looking at a premium account where basically everything's free, but if you want to maybe progress faster, or if you want this access to this extra thing, you would pay to get it quicker, like that sort of thing. Kind of like games, you can do everything, but if you pay, you can get like diamonds, and then you can do it faster.
Yes. Okay.
That's the idea behind a freemium thing. So I'm sort of playing with that again. My audience right now is teenagers, and they're like probably 99.9% not going to pay for anything. So
yeah.
I want to see.
Yeah, your age group is young, that you're actually appealing to, I think.
Yeah. So I need to, for now, I'm putting it out there, and I want to see who's going to pick it up and what. I need the analytics. I need the statistics, and then I might revamp my target audience. Right.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm just open to change. I'm putting it out there right now. I'm gearing it towards them. but
Okay.
you want to see where it goes and who watches it, because I find a lot of people sort of my age are more interested in it than teens anyway at this point. So it's probably,
Well, it might be a little slow for teens.
yeah.
You know?
Well, what I've done, like originally I wanted to do the whole long video, but what I've done is like I've done the playlist idea where you can watch like a 40-second video, not like,
Yeah.
then it ends up being like 10 to 15 minutes of these.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I would sit through that, to be honest. I'm too
Mhm.
patient myself. So I think with the playlist, it might be a little bit faster.
Mhm.
So anyway, that's
Mhm.
the plan. It's a playlist on YouTube. So you can go to the playlists on YouTube and you can say like view full playlist, right?
Mhm.
And so like, hold on, let me just go to like tell me about hair, view full playlist, and you can see there's all the videos, right?
Yeah.
So you can see how long they are if you want to watch
Yeah.
them and that sort of thing, right? So same sort of
Okay. So we're all on YouTube and accessible then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you come down here and you get the, get in touch, hello, enter your name. So this is the contact form.
Got it.
That's about it. That's the site. That's how it works.
Oh, it's nice, Jazz. I like it. It's very simple. I could even use it.
That's the point.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be longer. I think I've seen some of the things you've sent me, and the work behind it and what you put into, some of the background elements and your thought processes. And it was overwhelming. Like it was just, you've gone through so many layers of thought to arrive at this. So it's interesting that it's so concise and so simple. I love it. That's really wonderful.
So is this what you expected, or were you like you were expecting?
Well, I was expecting, no, to be honest, when you asked me to do this, I thought, and you said, I might take about an hour. And then, of course, we were chatting and I saw the family and everything. And I thought, oh, I guess we'll have to do this tomorrow. And you said, no. And I thought, oh, okay. And no, this is it's lovely. I like the clarity. It seems very straightforward. And easy to use. No, I think it's great. And it's certainly captured an awful lot of work. So you've done a wonderful job with it.
Thanks.
Like having traveled with you through this, to see what you've arrived at is the bones of something that I don't think you intended in the first place. Do you think?
Well, I wanted to do the live thing, but
yeah,
then I didn't want to. And then your comment about how retirees are so busy and
so true, so true.
So I was like, okay, well, it needs to be accessible all the time for whenever somebody has time. Like
yes.
the entity itself needs to be able to work around people's time.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. I had to change that based on.
Yeah, so it's on the user's terms. You can access it whenever you want, which is, it's like anything. It's like a podcast. You can do the same thing. You don't have to tune into CBC at 11 like you can, have it on a podcast. So it's the same kind of premise. So I like that.
Yeah.
No, I think given where you started and all the meanderings, like, we initially had talked about the healthcare system, older people meeting younger people. You had your Australian model in mind, with the young kids, the 4-year-olds. And it was just impossible to do during COVID. Like you had a lot of limitations. There were a lot of, self-imposed limitations, I think, because I know you also meander in terms of gathering information. Like you had so much information, but then external limitations, just with COVID and, the age group too, that you were trying, the two age groups, like look at the conditions, that older people have had to, live through and children as well. So I think this has been a wonderful honing of all of that. I know some of it, does it ever feel like a compromise for you? A little bit? No? So you feel even through all the things, these weird times that we're in, that you got to say what you wanted to say and do what you wanted to do.
Yeah,
That's
I think
pretty amazing.
I
Yeah.
really did because I wasn't hung up on an idea. That's the thing. I was and I think that's what made a difference. If I had have been hung up on an idea, then I would have maybe been more upset about it or something. I mean, I think when I decided, I think it was a big decision when I decided not to do a live thing, but I got over it pretty quick. And I did want to add the cultural element into it in the beginning. And then I just thought it would have been too much. And then I just was like, well, it's probably better if I am open to different age groups, and that would include different cultures anyway. That would just kind of go hand in hand. It would kind of would just happen that way, right? Because I guess because all the people I know and living in Canada, there's just so much diversity here anyway. It's like impossible to avoid almost, right? So, and then it just falls into the whole idea of, the ageism and, stereotypes that I wanted to just sort of shed some light on and show that, just everyday things happen with everyday people from everyday cultures.
No, it's become very inclusive, from those two age groups that you were focused on in the beginning.
Yeah. And if I look back to the beginning, I think it was really hard to try and incorporate all that, but I think it all fell together. And I think the whole inclusivity thing was really something I wanted. So the fact that it's that, I guess, goal is still there that's what I wanted. So
it's kind of matches to me your personality too. You've always been very inclusive as a person. You've always hung out with all kinds of different people and been interested in so many different lifestyles, cultures, individuals that it kind of captures all of those parts of yourself too, Jazz, which I think is a creative process.
Yeah.
As well. It's part of you, that's showing up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's lovely. No, it's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of work, Anyway.
A tremendous amount of gathering information that you've had to hone through to develop this. Yeah, a lot of things you've discarded are also very exciting. Could lead to lots of other projects if you wanted to.
I'm good for now.
Yeah. You probably need to rest up for a bit after this and just make it work. Like just focus on building it, like even more.
Yeah, well, and I'm interested to do that. It's like an interest. Like I said today, I was just working sort of on the YouTube analytics and building the YouTube site. And that's not even, it's just sort of like for future. I'm already sort of working on the after I graduate part just to kind of keep it going. And I look forward to editing more videos and, sort of sharing that. I'm glad I have something up to show people now at this point too. It's not just like telling them about it and then being like, so what do you mean? How does that?
Well, I think you had that response from a lot of people. Yeah. Like I got to the point, Jazz, where it was just tell me what I need to do.
I know. And it's just like, I don't know. I'm finding my verbal communication skills are probably the worst thing ever. And I guess maybe that's why I'm a creative person, because it's like, okay, let me just show you. Right? Now now makes sense.
Yes.
Did you see
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because I think when initially you were talking to people about an unformed idea,
Well,
and people needed more information to kind of even grasp what you wanted of them. But within you, it kept changing. You'd have conversations with me, with other people, and then you'd take away something, and then the project would change. So it was changing quicker than my understanding, of what you wanted me to do.
I think
my contribution, I got more and more uncertain of.
I always knew what I wanted to do, but my mind has so many aspects to it. And I think I was giving people too much information. And I think
yes, I agree.
Where I could have just said, you're just going to be answering questions that people ask. We're going to make connections. That's it. You want to do it or not?
Well, you don't want to oversimplify it either, right? Like people want to know the background information, like the project that it's, for the university and what you're trying to attain. Like they need the context, of this, and then the layers to it, bringing it down to,
well, I think
where do I fit in?
Probably should.
What can I do here to contribute to this? I need to understand what I'm contributing to. Mm-hmm. So that's where we got.
The whole contribution thing really hasn't changed much in the beginning. The whole thing that changed with the contribution thing was the fact that it went from being a live thing to being a recorded thing. And I think that's how it's changed. And like I said, I think I was just giving people way too much information. And having a look inside my jumbled brain is just not a good idea. But
I understand. I do understand.
I feel like I'm making sense, but then I feel like I'm explaining it, but then I just have so many people like, what? Oh, man. So I think, but in the end, it was just all about the connection and the showing people that, I don't know, I guess people are just people, and there's differences, but a lot of similarities, and just to sort of get rid of the stereotypes. Like,
yes,